didn't bring one. This is a Hughes case. Is that what we're dealing with?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, this
Yes.
call number 2020-08687 in the interest of Xander Hughes. Ma'am, please raise your right hand to be sworn. Solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
I'm Alexandria Velez, and I'm his mother.
All right, and for the state?
Jacqueline Adeyemi.
All right, I'll note that Trey Wade Hughes is the non-custodial parent. He was served on March 24th, 2020 at 4:59 p.m. at 987 West US Highway 79, number 24 in Rockdale, Texas. I'm sorry, April 1st, 2020, in Rockdale, Milam County, Texas. He's not filed an answer. Is that correct, Ms. Adeyemi?
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
And we'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to call my first witness, Mrs. Alexandria Nicole Velez.
All right.
Ms. Velez, you are, do you have any safety concerns with Mr. Hughes?
Yes, when it comes to me, I do. Yes, he's threatened.
Okay.
He's threatened me several times.
Okay. So you are asking, okay, excuse me. In the last 2 years, has there been any protective order filed against Mr. Hughes by you? Against Mr. Hughes by you?
No, there has not been.
And in the last 2 years, have you filed any police report against Mr. Hughes?
No, I have not.
Okay. You're asking the court to flag this case as family violence. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So has Mr. Hughes? Oh,
Let me interrupt just for a second.
yes,
Just
Your Honor.
notice that the non-custodial parent was given further notice by certified mail. Return receipt requested of this Zoom hearing today, and he has not checked in. Correct? That was
Yes,
delivered
Your Honor, that's
September.
correct.
That was delivered September 26, 2020. All right. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Again, so you're asking the court to flag this case as family violence. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What physical has Mr. Hughes caused you or your child any abuse, physical, mental, or verbal abuse that you are asking the court to flag this case as family violence?
Yes, ma'am. I've been threatened multiple times, as well as my child has come home and told me that his dad has pushed him down a flight of stairs.
Okay. And so currently, does Mr. Hughes know where you are living?
No, he does not.
And if he was to know where you living, would he cause you, or do you believe he'll cause you or your child any harm?
I believe he would. Yes.
So you are asking the court to flag this case, to give you a non-disclosure. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And because of the history between you and Mr. Hughes, you are asking that you be appointed the managing conservator and he be appointed the possessory conservator. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Velez, who's the father of this child?
Trey Hughes.
All right, is there any possibility that someone else could be the father of the child?
No, sir. Absolutely not.
Go ahead, Ms. Adeyemi.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. And you are also asking the court not place a geographic restriction upon you. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And when was the last time Mr. Hughes visited with Xander?
Over 2 years, almost 2 years ago was the last time.
Okay. And previously you stated that the Xander was pushed down a flight of stairs. So you are asking the court to appoint supervised visits through the domestic relations office. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are aware of the fee of $75, a registration fee, and the $35 fee every visit will be imposed upon Mr. Hughes. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you know if Mr. Hughes is currently working?
I do not. The last time I heard, he was not.
Okay. Do you know if Mr. Hughes has any other kids besides Xander?
No,
Okay. And how is Xander covered for medical insurance?
he's on CHIP currently.
Okay. So based on this, you are asking that the court give you a child support amount of $216 a month and a medical support of $57 a month, all beginning the 1st of December 2020. Is this correct? I
Yes,
mean, the
ma'am.
1st of November 2020. Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. In the last 4 years, has Mr. Hughes lived with you?
No.
In the last 4 years,
Well,
has Mr. Hughes? Oh, go ahead.
I moved away in June of 2017, I believe, or
Okay.
16. It was June 2016. I'm sorry.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. So June 2016. Then in the last 4 years, has Mr. Hughes been incarcerated?
Not to my knowledge, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Okay. And then in the last 4 years, has Mr. Hughes given you any money directly in support of Xander?
No, he has not.
Okay. So you are asking that the court take a judgment against Mr. Hughes based on the minimum wage presumption in the amount of $10,944 and it to be paid off at $105 a month beginning the 1st of November 2020. Is this correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you're also asking that a court cost be sent to Mr. Hughes as billed by the 28th day of December 2020. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your Honor, the state rests.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you very much.
Thank you. May we be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Alex, we can log off.
Okay.
All right, Miss Maria, if you could unmute yourself now. Hello, Judge. This is the Arazo case.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, this is good morning. This is cause number 2020-08483 in the interest of Angel Madrigal. Please raise your right hand to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Maria Madrigal, and I'm the mother.
And for the state?
Koya Armstrong, representing the Office of the Attorney General.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent is Christian Orlando Erazo. Mr. Erazo was served on August 6th. (2020) at 1:54 p.m. at 603 Twin Brook Drive, Houston, Harris County, Texas. He's not filed an answer. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor. He has not.
Further, he was given notice of this Zoom hearing by certified mail, return receipt requested. That
Yes.
was delivered September 26th, 2020. And he has not checked in. Is that correct?
That is correct. He has not.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd like to call my first witness, Maria, is it Madrigal? Madrigal?
Magical.
Madrigal. Okay. Ma'am, are you the mother of the children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm sorry, give me 1 second. Okay. All right. And who is the father?
Cristian Erazo.
In fact, you are aware that we have positive DNA testing that shows that he's the father. Is that right?
Yes.
Now, has Mr. Erazo seen the child lately?
Every now and then. Last time he saw him, it was in August 2020.
Okay. So not consistent visitation, is that right?
Correct.
Now, can you and Mr. Erazo make joint decisions for the child, do you think?
I believe so.
Okay, so I'm going to ask the court to make y'all joint mansion servitors, and you would be okay with that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then I'm also going to ask the court to have you restricted to keep the child's primary residence within Harris County or a county that touches Harris County. Are you in agreement with that as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, as far as the visitation, first of all, how old is the child right now?
He's going to be 2 in December 25th.
Okay, so he's almost 2, a year and 10 months or so. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you're requesting that the court do a modified visitation to give Mr. Arazo time to build a bond with the child. Is that right?
Correct.
And you explained the 4 phases of that modified visitation, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you wanted it to be 19 visits per phase. Was that your request?
Yes, ma'am.
And then once Mr. Arazo completes all 4 phases, then you're ready for him to go to what we call the standard possession order. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, do you personally know what kind of job Mr. Arazo has currently?
I have no idea.
Okay, and so since we didn't know, we used unknown wages and we calculate child support at minimum wage. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Now, child support for one child came to $216 per month. Are you okay with that amount?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's going to begin November 1st of 2020. You okay with that start date?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how do you have the child covered through health insurance?
Medicaid.
Okay, and so we're asking the court to have Mr. Arazo pay $56 per month for the medical. Is that right?
Correct.
And you're in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're also okay with that beginning also November 1st of 2020?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, were you also requesting what we call retroactive child support, back child support?
Yes, ma'am.
And we were able to calculate that amount to be $4,444 based on minimum wage. Is that right?
Correct.
And are you asking the court to award you that amount?
Yes, ma'am.
And that ranges from December 25th of 2018 through today's date, that amount, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in that almost 2-year period, did Mr. Arazo give you any money for child support for the child?
From December 25th, 2018 to this date, probably about $800 in total.
Okay, and so that amount was credited to the amount that I got, which came down to $4,444. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then you're okay with if he pays $74 per month towards that judgment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then if he hasn't paid his judgment, it'll go down up to $290 per month once the child becomes an adult. You okay with that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're not requesting any back medical support and no back dental support, correct?
Correct.
All right. And if Harris County bills someone to pay court costs, should you or Mr. Arazo have to pay those court costs?
Him.
Okay. And so I'm going to ask the court to have him pay it be due by December 1st of 2020. You're okay with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I pass this witness, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you very much. The court will approve the order submitted. Free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, you're free to go, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Sandwich.